Hello everyone, so today we will going to discuss about the chapter 21, which is the shareholders' equity. Treasury shares are entities own shares that have been issued and then reacquired but not cancelled. There are three requisites to qualify as treasury shares. First is the acquisition of shares of another entity is not treasury but an investment. The shares must have been issued originally. This requisite distinguishes treasury shares from unissued shares. Treasury shares can be legally reissued at a discount without any discount liability, while unissued shares must be issued at least at par or stated value. In other respects, treasury shares and unissued shares are the same. Both are equity items rather than assets. The shares are required but not cancelled. Accounting for treasury shares. The cost method is used in accounting for treasury shares because of the legal limitation on the acquisition of treasury shares. Treasury shares shall be recorded at cost regardless of whether the shares are acquired below or above the par value or stated value. If the treasury shares are acquired for cash, the cost is equal to the cash payment. If treasury shares are acquired for non-cash consideration, according to PAS 32 does not provide explicit guidance. However, PAS 32 paragraph 33 provides that no gain or loss shall be recognized on the purchase, sale, issue, or cancellation of an entity's equity instrument. Accordingly, if the treasury shares are acquired for non-cash consideration, the cost is usually measured by the carrying amount of the non-cash asset surrendered. Share split. Share split may be in the form of split up or share split proper, split down or reverse share split. Split up. Split up is a transaction whereby the original shares are called in for cancellation and replaced by a larger number accompanied by a reduction in the par value or stated value. This action is prompted mainly by a desire to increase the number of outstanding shares for the purpose of effecting reduction in unit market price. Memorandum entry. No formal entry is necessary to record share split. Only a memorandum is made for the number of new shares issued in exchange for the old shares plus an indication of the new par value or stated value. Split down. Split down is the reverse of split up. Split down is a transaction whereby the original shares are cancelled and replaced by a smaller number accompanied by an increase in the par value or stated value. Rights issue. Rights issue is granted to existing shareholders to enable them to acquire new shares at a specified price during a specified period. The Philippine term for rights issue is share right. Share warrants represent the certificate or instrument evidencing ownership over the rights issue. Whenever the share capital of a corporation is increased and new shares are issued, the new issue must be offered first to the existing shareholders in proportion to their shareholdings before subscriptions are received from the general public. Such legal right of the shareholders is called the right of preemption. In the accounting parlance, the right of preemption is called share right or right issue. The share warrants evidencing the rights issue state the number of shares the holder may purchase as well as the exercise price. Normally, the exercise price is less than the current market value of such shares. Issuance of share rights. No entry is required when share rights are issued to existing shareholders because the share rights are issued usually without consideration. The entity only needs to make a memorandum entry to indicate the number of share rights issued to shareholders and the number of shares that can be purchased through the exercise of the share rights. Expiration of share rights. Only a memorandum entry is required for the expiration of the share rights. Exercise of share rights. If the share rights are exercised, a memorandum is made for the decrease in the number of shares claimable through the exercise of the share rights. The issue of shares through the exercise of the share rights is then recorded normally.